let's talk about, first of all, the new series that we're going to be bringing, which is going to have an impact on the main channel. It's going to have an impact podcast and the Swing Quest channel as well, and just how we're kind of doing things generally. I think, where do we start with this? Because ultimately, this year and next year is going to be mostly about competitive golf. Like, we are kind of shifting the whole approach and the whole channel. It's been edging this way for a few years anyway, but it's all going to be competition. It's all going to be competitive. Like, no matter the video that we make, apart from some of the viral ideas that we have, and there's only 4 of those I think that we've got.
We're going to be going viral 4
times
this year.
Guaranteed virals.
So it's kind of like,
and we'll let you know which ones they are.
it's all
You'll know.
all competition based.
Yeah.
And as mentioned, going into this year, it is a little bit more nerve-wracking because we are going to be trying some new things. And ultimately, as a established channel in the space, an OG channel, as I was called a ridiculous amount of times in the US last year, it's kind of difficult to pivot and it's difficult to change, but we're not going to go too crazy with it. So Quest for the Open, that is going to be coming back. Now,
Yes.
Quest for the Open last year was ultimately a pretty big success in the sense that I got through regional qualifying, got through to final qualifying, 1 stage away from the Open. Didn't play amazing, but did okay in final qualifying.
You should be very proud of yourself.
Great to experience it.
It was good. It was good, and definitely one of the highlights of last year. But this year we're going to try and do something a little bit different. Now, with the Open Championship, the British Open, the greatest golf event in the world, it is called that because it is open to anybody. You can enter open qualifying. There are cut-offs depending on handicap and how many people are entering in the field. But theoretically, anybody can enter the Open Championship. This is also the case for the US Open. Now, we've never done US Open qualifying before. I didn't really think about it until last year, until a few of the US-based creators started to do US Open qualifying. So this year is going to be Quest for the Opens. So we are going for both the US and the Open Championship.
Nice.
Now, that should give you a little bit of an indication, first of all, about how seriously that we are taking the competitive golf aspect this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of competition golf, almost twice as much as you were playing last year when you were just trying to get into one Open Championship. But it also is going to mean that passport's going to get whacked quite hard because we're going to be back and forth from the US again for you to play in competitions there, for you to go and experience some competitive golf environments that you haven't experienced before in a country where you really enjoy playing golf. So it's, you're marrying those two worlds together. And it's going to be exciting to see you kind of bend your game a little bit to the different style of golf course that you'll be playing in the US.
Or just get broken. However, not this year, because I need to remember that I am now a positive person.
You are. Yeah, we need to go back to trusting the process thinking...
We need to instigate the process once more. The process has been significantly dampened in the last month of excessive eating and drinking. So the process was to take a few years off my life. So now we're
part of the process.
That's all part of the process.
When you had that 9th beer.
As I was shoveling that 10th pipe back, even I was not believing that this is part of the process.
Just crying to some
I wasn't able to spell process at that point. So
you've got to trust it.
That's the process coming back. Now, with the Quest for the Open, obviously it was great, and we are evolving it to the two Opens. But what we kind of found a little bit was as the year goes on, as the Quest for the Open comes to an end in July, there's literally half a year left where we're not really doing any competitive style golf. My own game kind of drops off. We do a few other things, but it doesn't really feel like it's got a massive amount of identity after the Quest for the Opens are done. So we've got a few new things coming. At the end of last year, I played in the Egyptian Open and made the cut.
Yeah, had you hadn't mentioned it, it's been an entire 3 weeks since you've mentioned that you played in the Egyptian Open and made the cut. So well done.
Thank you. just a thing I did. Well, I did know it was going to happen, but I didn't really think about it too much. Is when you make the cut at the Asian Development Tour, which it was on, I got world ranking points. Can anyone remember the number? I think it's
4,800 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sounds right. Yeah.
It was 4,000 something anyway. Let's call it 4,500 for the sake of argument. I might have moved up and down by then. I've no idea.
Of course. Up.
Oh yeah, up, yeah. You never know. People might have dropped off. So I'm now one of the top 5,000 golfers in the world.
Officially.
There's only a few thousand people better than me at golf, on the entire planet, which is, thank you. So I kind of thought, and looking
4,155th.
See, I think I've
gone up.
I think I've gone up because
Yeah.
the way that the world ranking points work is if there's someone with points which have dropped off, I will move up. And obviously we're in a time here where there's not really many events
Been
going
playing,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if there's like a form guide.
Like how many places you're going up each week
Yeah,
or
I
something.
Yeah. So we are kind of working this out as we go. However, to make the cut at one event got me in the world top 5,000 and, top, 4,155. So almost in the top 4,000. What we thought is if we can game the system, we can enter events which give you world ranking points, which is a higher caliber of field than what I'm normally playing against. But if I manage to make the cut of these events, I can start to move up the world rankings. I can start to move up past players such as Tiger Woods who are dropping down. And I thought it'd be a great idea to start a series called Project 1000 or Project 1K, which is pretty simple to try and get into the world top 1000. So that is what we're going to be doing over the next couple of years. This is like a 2-year plan to try and get within that number. And it might sound a little bit unrealistic, but also I honestly think we could do it.
I think we can do it.
You can do it.
I think this is going to be a lot harder than we expect, but at the same time, it would only take a few cuts made to rock it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you just win an event? You'll shoot so far up. Like anything can happen. You go and play in one of these, these higher caliber events and you finish in the top 10, you're going to go miles up.
I didn't get anything for Fleetwood last year.
Oh, that is so disappointing. Course record.
Now, we're gonna give this a go. Now, it's so dependent on, first of all, the reason that we're going to try and do this and the reason how we're going to make it work, hopefully, is that the Egyptian Open, we were there, we got a sponsors invite. So we didn't do any of the qualifying school for the Asian Development Tour. We got a sponsors invite and we filmed at the event. We did stuff around the event to try and promote it. And that's how we got our spot in the field. So if we can try and secure sponsors invitations for the tours around the world that have world ranking points and agree some kind of deal with them to promote the event, to do some stuff around the event for a spot in the field, we could potentially access world ranking points without having to go through Q schools.
Yeah.
Now, I've always been pretty straightforward with this because it's a slightly controversial subject because certainly on the PGA Tour, the way they use their sponsors invites, you get players who are not performing that well throughout this season, but have a following. Ricky Fowler, I think, was the example last year.
Yeah, he was the one who came to mind straight away.
And he got loads of sponsors invites and actually managed to play himself into getting a tour card through those, even though he wouldn't have played in them. For me, sponsors invites are there to be used by the sponsors.
Yeah.
They are not mandated to players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're taking away from someone who should be there.
No.
It's
Like,
it's an additional thing that they can decide to do.
yeah, so it's not like you get 150 players in the field and then every time you get a sponsors invite, one gets
drop-
taken
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like they are an extra added incentive for the sponsors.
It's a marketing tool. Even when they invite someone like Ricky Fowler and he manages to do what he did, they're using it to market the event. They get to say that their event has Ricky Fowler in it. So people buy tickets, so people come and watch it, so people watch it on TV.
Yeah.
It will be the exact same thing, whereas they get to say, by the way, Peter Finch is playing in this, and we also get to cover it and show it to you guys, which helps them.
Which is disgusting, by the way. But I appreciate everybody for listening and watching and giving us that opportunity. So that's what we're going to give a go. And I think it just, again, it depends on like the tours, what time of year, what the access is going to be. So this is something which we're probably going to try and get started around the middle of the year. But I think this is probably going to be more back-weighted towards the end, I think.
Yeah.
But we will see. We will see. Does anyone want to take one of these next two while I recover?
Yes. So speaking of the second half of the year, when there's a little less competitive golf going on in this country, the golf season is kind of winding up, particularly for Pete, when it comes to the Open. We wanted to try something which was a little bit of a left field suggestion, and actually Sam, who is one of our editing team, championed this idea to put Pete in some situations which he probably has never been in before. Now, the series is called Weird Golf. What we're going to do is we're going to put Pete in some situations to play competitive golf, so still competitive, but not the normal way. So we're thinking long drive competition. We're thinking Hickory World Championships. We're thinking ice golf or snow golf, if we can get something like that. We're thinking crazy golf, mini golf, any other version of golf, speed golf we talked about. But in this, we want your help. So we have some ideas. We have, of course, started to do some planning for it, but we want to know if you have a weird golf event near you, in your country, in your city, in your town, that you would like Pete to come and compete in. Please let us know. Leave a comment below and make sure you use the words weird golf, because I'll go and search for it. And if it's something that we can fit into the calendar for the second half of 2026, we would love to come and do it. We want to try and get maybe 6 to 8 events going, so Pete can come and compete in your ridiculous event. If it's, fancy dress golf. That's a good one. I hadn't thought of that one.
No.
That's nice. I like that one a lot.
No.
Naked golf.
Jesus, there'll be somewhere.
A golf drinking competition. Anything golf related that's competitive and not normal. We want to hear about it. So that's also happening with golf.
I think that's the key as well. Like with this, as we mentioned at the start, we want to do it so we compete in the event against other people within that event as well, because I think the travel aspect of YouTube golf, it's probably a little bit underdone, if that's the word, undercooked, underutilized.
Sure.
Because when these videos have gone in the past, unless it's a really kind of random place, the views actually aren't that good. So if we can attach it to an event and actually go to a weird country or a weird place and have some kind of experience there that we wouldn't normally have, I think it'll be a net positive all round.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes on. The next one, let's not talk about this yet.
Okay.
Let's not talk about this yet because we don't 100% know the actual channels.
Yeah.
Yes. However, we can answer this question because the series, not saying who's going to be in it, but the series is going to go some way to answering a question that everyone asks on the golf internet, the golf YouTube internet, almost every day. Who is the best golfer on YouTube? I'm going to flip the question now. Who is the best golf YouTuber? Because there are some golfers who are on YouTube who are professional golfers and make their money playing in big money events.
And then I guess the continuation of things really as well. Like obviously there's a lot of stuff that we did this year which is returning. I know we said about Quest for the Open, Head Pro.
Yes.
For one.
Yeah.
I think we all would agree that we probably could have done a better job at Head Pro this year.
Yeah.
Or last year, should I say. Which has almost spurred us on, I think, to go really full steam ahead with it this year and make it as good as it can be. I think it's one of those that we'd almost say, like, keep a lookout soon because we're going to start pushing and promoting it and getting that kind of stuff together.
It's tough, isn't it? Because like we've mapped our diary out already pretty well for the year, and it's quite full. One thing that we haven't done, and didn't really mention it before, we've not left a lot of space for other events to come in. So we have not said yes to it yet. We have something in March, and then, but like let's say Internet Invitational.
Yeah.
We've not put any time in for that.
I guess it's hard to pack in things we don't know when they're happening or if they're happening. But
yeah, and we
can react to them.
If we're really well planned and we're ahead of the game, which is what we're trying to be in 2026. You know, Jacob is taking on a new role in the company. He is no longer going to be editing videos. He's going to be organizing and planning behind the scenes to make sure that we are as prepared as we would like to be, like we weren't necessarily last year. If we are that well prepared, when something like that comes along, we can just move things and adjust things because we have already got them set up. So Head Pro's coming back. That's going to be cool. There's a load of trips on the docket. There's
a lot of travel.
I think there's 3 Americas in already. There's potentially an Ireland, Australia. Someone said something about Thailand the other day.
Yeah, I think the one I'm probably most. I mean, we've got Golf Breaks trips which are coming up, which I think is probably going to be the Thailand one. We've got American ones, Ireland, potential. The Australia one at the end of the year is one which I'm really looking forward to. Like it's somewhere that I've wanted to go for so long. Some of the courses that we're hopefully going to get lined up are unreal, and. You know, it's one of those things.
No pressure, Jacob.
Yeah, hey, I'm working on it now, so I've got like 9 months.
It's one of those things where you can bring it to term, give birth to a wonderful trip. It's one of those things where it's like...
Did not think we were getting out this week.
It's a weird... I don't know, it's just a bit of a weird one where Australia has been consistently, when you look at your YouTube stats, it's kind of like always number 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
As far as
viewership.
Like, the viewership and like where people watch our videos. And in the now 13 years that I've been kind of making these videos, never gone.
I mean, it is a really long way.
It's a really long
way. And it's a big place.
In my mind, in my head, it always has been like a long way away. But actually, think about it, it's just a day. It's a day of travel.
Yeah. It's just a long time.
It's a long way. It's
what is it like? I think you can do direct to Perth in like 17 hours or something.
It's just a day.
Yeah,
Perth this side.
Sat
Perth
on
this
a
side.
plane for 17 hours.
Yeah. Oh, the other one is don't you fly to
I've
Singapore?
been let down. You guys will be.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, Singapore.
Don't you fly to Singapore first? You do 16 hours.
You can
to
obviously
Singapore.
do the
And then when you've flown 16 hours, you're still not there.
yeah. I know it's 12 to Thailand, I think, because
Oh,
Mum and
right,
Dad are
okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
Well, you did it.
But it's a long-
right?
yeah,
So
it's-
it's like, 12, for that kind of area of the world, and then you go again.
It's a long time to stand on a plane.
Just get a book.
You'd be done, hopefully.
Get 2 books. get 2 books and download Champ Manager, and then you'll be absolutely
Oh
fine.
my God, don't. Football Manager.
I would need to be plugged in charging that laptop because it would die quick.
How quickly would that fly go, though?
Well, yeah, maybe.
You could watch all 3 extended version Lord of the Rings and still have
And
time to start The Hobbit.
go again.
So yeah, I mean that's the rough plan.
No, that'll be a very, very cool trip.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been asking about it as well.
Yeah.
And also, like you say, some of the courses that we hopefully are going to have lined up. When you start looking down the like top 100 list, you kind of see how like condensed Australian courses are up there. Like, there's a lot up there. There's a lot of for to even top 50. There's like 4 or 5 separate courses, and also in like the Melbourne area as well, which kind of half gives away where we might be going.
Yeah, the old sand belt.
But yeah, just incredible. That's going to be a fun one. Really good.
It's going to be cool. It is going to be cool.